hard to be part of the wave, can't stop. Ever wonder if it's all for you? The world I love, the trains are hard to be part of the wave, can't stop. Come and tell me when it's time to. Sweetheart is bleeding in the snow cone, so smart she's leading me to ozone. Music, the great communicator, used two sticks to make it in the nature. I'll get you into penetration, the gender of a generation, the birth of every other nation. Look your way to go to meditation. This chapter's gonna be a close one. Smoke rings, I know you're gonna blow one. All on a spaceship persevering, use my hands for everything but steering. Can't stop the spirits when they need you. Mob tops are happy when they feed you. J butterflies in the treetop, birds that blow the meaning in the bebop. World I love, the tears I drop to be part of the wave, can't stop. Ever wonder if it's all for you? The world I love, the trains are hard to be part of the wave, can't stop. Come and tell me when it's time to. Wait a minute, I'm passing out, win or lose, just like you. Far more shocking than anything I ever knew. How about you? 10 more reasons why I need somebody new, just like you. Far more shocking than anything I ever knew. Right on cue.
Oh, not for this. Not chew.
Like
chew,
open
like
your mouth.
chew,
Like,
chew.
Like a rabbit?
Like anything else, it's like, oh you like noodles? Yeah, I like noodles. What about tuna? Oh, I fucking love tuna. Like, ew.
Big red.
Big red.
Big red.
I was like big and red.
Big red.
Big red.
Big red.
Ginger.
Big red.
Big red.
Yeah, big red. Big red.
Big Red, that's what everyone called him, because he was big and he was red and he couldn't go outside in the summer without getting sunburned.
Andrew was selfless, generous, kind.
He was hilarious.
He was joyful.
And he was happy.
Really kind.
Caring.
Caring. Caring.
Caring.
Caring. Caring.
Like caring about everybody.
Not judgmental.
Just had like a great heart.
Big.
Well, yeah, big. He's just a really goofy person.
Inspiring.
Definitely sassy. Andrew was always making someone laugh.
Funny.
He was just always there.
Loving.
Loving.
Loving. Loving.
Togetherness, because he always wanted everyone to be together.
Vibrant. And he was friends with like everyone.
Considerate. Smart.
Intelligent. Lazy, but intelligent. Majestic.
Andrew has a brother, so he adored Jake and Allison. He would pick up Jake from the bus stop, he would joke around with Jake, he would always bring Jake around the boys. But with Allison, he would bring her to parties, and you could always tell that he loved her so much. He would put her in his Snapchat stories and tweet about her and text her, and he was really their third guardian, and he always put them first, no matter what. If all of his friends were together, it didn't matter, because he had Jake and Allison to take care of, and he didn't mind it, and he loved it, and he loved joking around with Jake, and Jake thought that he was the funniest person ever. Like, you could tell by the way Jake laughed, and by the way that Jake, you know, was always, when we were downstairs in the basement, he would always come down just to be with us, because he loved being around Andrew so much, and Andrew loved having him around no matter how much he, like, yelled at him or whatever.
He loved his siblings. Like, I feel like he was, like, mean to them, but, like the video of him throwing the cups, or throwing the thing down with the cups, like...
Trying to change the video,
yeah.
the channel.
Like, you know, he, like, helped him rebuild it, or changed it back.
Sucks.
And use UPC codes from Birds Eye Vegetables to unlock game bonuses.
Watching this.
I'm changing the channel.
No!
Why?
I got here first.
So?
So I was watching my show.
But the show sucks.
But I like it.
I don't.
He was always with like Allison and Jake, and he was always just like laughing with them, and I don't know, it was cute because like he was like their older brother.
He was extremely loving brother. Like he always wanted his siblings to be included in things. Even to me, he talked about Allison and Jake to me all the time. He would like bring them up, tell them funny stories and stuff. Like he loved his siblings so much, and he always wanted them to be together. Like even his Snapchat stories, and like he brought Allison to parties and stuff. Like he loved them so much.
Andrew was like, I don't want to like just like say like the best brother I've seen, but he was more just like a big brother to Jake. I mean, he was like a role model, and it was
he was definitely one of the brothers that assumes like a father figure role in the family. No, seriously though, because you know his parents, Seth would work for the paramedic squad, and then Amy was always at the hospital or whatever doing nursing shit, and then Jake would take care of everyone else in the family, or Andrew would take care of everyone else in the family, especially Jake and Allison.
I mean, we're gonna take Jake to the movies this week.
You bet your ass we are.
We'll see you later, Jake.
Good dinosaur.
I don't want to see that movie. I heard it was kind of racy.
He was a good brother. It was actually one of the first things I noticed when I first became friends with him. I went over either freshman or sophomore year for the first time to his house for a Super Bowl party, and his little brother Jake was there, and he was really young at the time, like elementary school, like kindergarten, like very young, not someone who you would expect to be hanging out with a bunch of teenagers. And he just like played with him, and like he joked and was kind of mean, but you could tell that he really loved him. And it was just always nice, like throughout our whole friendship, just seeing like the type of brother he was, like, I don't know, the type of guy he was. You wouldn't expect him to be such a loving brother based off of just like being an outsider, but it was like, it just showed how caring of a person he was and how loving he was by how he treated his siblings. And it's just nice when you look at his Instagram, like, and you see all those pictures of Andrew, Jake, and Allison when they're little. They like, I don't know, they're kind of like what you want a sibling picture to look like. Like, you could just tell how much they loved each other.
Andrew as a brother was extremely caring and loving and always took care and put them first. He always made sure that both of them had the best. Remember, he asked me and Mackenzie to do Allison's makeup for 8th grade formal, and just goes to show how loving he really was, because he wanted to make sure that Allison had the best. Even though it was only 8th grade formal, he wanted to make sure she was the prettiest and asked me and Mackenzie to do her makeup. It just shows how much he really did love Allison.
Because he was very good. Like, he wasn't like a goody two-shoes, like, oh, brother, I'll help you. He was like a real brother. Yeah. Like, he helped Jake, and Allison was like a couple years older, so like, or younger, so he always messed with her, but he wasn't.
He messed with Jake, too.
Yeah, like, he messed with them, like, in a good way, like, Jake, get out of here, you asshole, you idiot. Yeah. But, like, always, like, I feel like he would always, at the end of the day, like, not really teach him something, but he would always like have like a positive reinforcement on it.
Dude, I saw Jake today. He was all fucking playing the new Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah,
he was showing me all the new
sweet
techniques and shit. He was like, "Yeah, dude, I got the X-wing and like all this Darth Vader. He's got 2 lightsabers. Fucking badass."
Dude, I remember hanging out at Andrew's like after school, and we'd be watching a movie, and it'd be like a PG-13 or rated R movie, and Jake would come running downstairs and be like, "Hey, Andrew," and Andrew would be like, "Get the fuck out of here! Like, this movie's not for you. You know it." It would just be so funny, because I'm like, Andrew just totally doesn't want Jake fucking like annoying the shit out of him. He's like, "Mommy, I'll tell Mommy," and he's like, "Oh no." Yeah. And I'll run away, and he's like, shit was fun.
Jake, he was Jake's role model, best friend. He always looked out for him. I remember, like, we were watching, and we like walked into his house, and Jake was playing like a shooting video game, and Andrew was like, "Are you sure you can play this? Like, did Mom say that you could play this?" Jake's like, "Yeah, shut up. Like, I could play it. It's fine. Like, Mom said it's fine." He's like, "Are you sure though? Like, I don't think so. Like, I think I'm gonna have to talk to Mom about this." You know, he was just always making sure that they had the best and that, I don't know, he was always looking out for them, no matter what.
He always had to pick up his brother at the bus stop every single afternoon, and even if he was hanging out with so many people, he'd be like, "All right guys, let's go pick up Jake." And then he would go pick up Jake, and Jake would just like hang out with us, and he was like just such an awesome brother to him.
All I'm gonna say is it tells you something about Andrew's character.
We're having fun.
When he's the type of person
good
to get
person.
all of his friends to leave his house from watching a movie and playing video games
pick up his little
to
brother.
pick up his little brother.
Not to only do that, but it was fun doing it. Like, I love Jake a lot.
The way that Andrew included us with, like, I don't want to say raising Jake, but I want to say in like being
we
brothers,
aided in it.
being
Being around.
brothers to
Yeah.
Jake, like just being around, helping him grow up. I feel like Jake's my brother. That's why I feel like we're entitled to help him out. You know
I
what
agree.
mean? Like do shit for him.
Yeah, we're definitely taking him to see Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna be fucking
Especially because I want to see that shit too.
I've never really encountered like a relation, like Allison and Andrew's relationship, but just like on social media, you just always knew that they were really close, and they were always like joking with each other.
My favorite, most recent memory of Andrew was definitely the first time I saw him roll up on his motorcycle. He had sleeve tattoos and his helmet on. He just looked like a badass, and it really just characterized the way Andrew was as a person. Just like always fun going, just a fun time. Kind of like riding his hog.
Chilling on the monster. My favorite memory of Andrew is when it was our friend Dustin's birthday, and me and him were driving up to Rutgers from our school of Rowan to go see our friends Tom and Dante, and we ran out of gas on the side of the road, and we called everyone. We called so many people, and the only person that said he would come get us is fucking Andrew. So Andrew ends up driving like 35 minutes down like 295 to come pick us up and bring us like a tank of gas. And he finally gets there, and he's just like, "You guys are such idiots, blah blah," like lecturing us and shit on the side of the road. And we're like, "Alright, shut up, Andrew, whatever." And we all end up meeting back up at Rowan, and then all of us, it ended up being me, Zabe, Andrew, and Dustin, and we all went out to the strip club that night in Philly. And I like had a bunch of money from my roommate because he just gave me a bunch of money, and I was like paying for everyone. And the whole time we were there, Andrew was just sitting there looking miserable. He's like, "Oh, these girls suck. Oh, these girls are so busted."
They're big.
Yeah. But it was just
Andrew
cool.
liked high
'cause
class strippers.
It was just cool because Andrew came together, so like no one else would.
Some of my favorite memories of Andrew, my number one would be that today, like with technology and everything, everyone texts each other like, "Oh, what are you doing tonight?" Like no one really cares what you're doing, but like Andrew was the kind of person that would call me all the time, like, "Oh, hey, like how are you? What's up?" Like every day, like I would get a phone call from Andrew or like a text, like a funny joke or something, and that was just like really great to know that was his kind of person, you know, like he would just love to talk to people, like just to literally know how you were doing, just like brighten someone's day, you know. He was nice. He loved, like, he would come to my house all the time, and like he was like part of my family basically. Like he would come talk to my sister about different movies, like make fun of her. It was just like a nice thing. Like if I was like texting him and he was like, "You seem upset," like I would just like get a phone call, he was outside, like let's go get a Slurpee. Like we had Slurpee dates all the time. It was like, who's paying, you or me? It was like he had like a quarter all the time, so I was like, "Okay, I'll pay, you pick me up."
He was always saying every party, no matter what time of the party it would be, he would just look at you and be like, "So like we're getting bagels in the morning."
Yeah, every time.
Every time, like bagels, like we're down, like if you didn't have money, you'd be like, "Can you get me bagels?" You know? Like so serious.
Andrew would just be like, scrunch his beard out and have like the fucking thing out.
Yeah, dude.
Like I do that whenever I do that, dude. I literally think of like Andrew scrunching his beard.
Dude,
I'm
I
like,
wish
I
I
gotta
had
put it
picture
down,
of
dude. I
that
gotta put it
fucking
down. I don't got my beard buddy, because his beard was fucking sweet.
Yeah.
But he would always just be like, he'd always like, I don't know. He was like 35 at 8 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ever hear this story when was it last summer or 2 summers ago? we went. My co-worker's friend was having a party in Monroe, and I had people over at my house, and I was like, all right, let's go. So it's like me, Andrew, Derek, Jess, Shelly. Were you there?
I didn't go.
You weren't there, but Ethan, like,
you got pulled over, right?
No. It was like everyone. We showed up, and we fucking walk up like, hey, we're coming in, because Dan DeFontes was there.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Dan DeFontes is getting kicked out as we show up, and then their fucking family's parents come in, and then like they're like kicking us out, like, who's that? You got a grown ass man. And it's like, it's fucking Andrew. It's like, I'm Andrew. Like, what? Oh, he's like the youngest one out of all of us. His birthday's
like
in July.
16.
He's like the youngest one, but he looks so fucking old. I just remember like the parents being like, "You like bring grown ass people with you," and Ethan like was hitting the dad with the fucking bottle, and like we're all yelling and freaking out, and it's just like, oh, he's just a grown ass dude. Like, I don't know, that was pretty much it. We didn't even get into the party. We didn't even force our way into the party. We were just on the sidewalk. So I had our crew with Ethan the fuckhead and Andrew who looked like a grown ass man. So they thought we were trying to do something crazy. But we really weren't, so at the end of the night, but we just went home.
He was the only person that would watch like reality shows with me, and like not just watch it where like we would talk and be like, oh hey, did you watch that episode? Like we would text like while we were watching it, we're like, oh my god, I can't believe she said that, and he'd be like, oh my, I know, and we just talk for like, I don't know, text back and forth for like hours watching the stupidest shit ever. It was so funny. I remember, I think it was freshman year in college, we had psychology together, so like we would talk a lot, and I just remember we were talking about, I don't know what it was, something about someone in our class. We used to just like, because we had iPads together, we would like text each other while we were sitting next to each other, and like I sent him a picture of Rosie O'Donnell from riding the bus with my sister, and we were in class and he started cracking up. Like it was just so funny. Like I had to leave the room for a second, I feel, because he was just laughing so hard. And then the other one that like really makes me think of him was I went to his house one day like randomly in the summer, and like we ended up watching Grown Ups 2 with Jake, and Jake was just laughing so hard. I wasn't even laughing like at the movie, I was just laughing at the two of them cracking up. It was so funny. It's just like, I don't know, it just makes me smile when I think of it. We would just really text and like make each other laugh, and I could always like count on him to like send me a funny picture and like make me smile. Just like looking down my phone, I'm like, what is he sending me? I just see big red, and I'm like, oh my god, what could this be?
So a friend was having a party, and the cops like barged into the house, and basically Andrew saved everyone because he like literally told everyone, no one speak to the cops, I got this, and just put them in their place. And then when he told the cops like who his dad was, literally all the cops like faces went white and they shut up.
The cops were like, they were yelling at us.
He was
had
like,
them
I
on
know
speakerphone.
my right.
He had his dad on speakerphone, and his dad was just like, he was like, don't worry dude, I got it. Andrew's dad walks in, the cops were like, oh, Mr. Kurs, like, so nice to meet you, or so nice to see you.
He was just like a boss about it, and like it just showed that like he cared about everyone, because he didn't want us to get in trouble. He didn't want Dustin, shit, I shouldn't say names. He didn't want his friend to get in trouble, so
Who was having the party?
yeah, so he just like stepped up, which he did a lot.
I guess my favorite memories are just when we would sit at his house and watch movies. I mean, like, he wasn't the best at telling us, like, not telling us that the ending, like what the ending was. Like, he always gave away the ending, but like it was fine. He was a big movie guy, and I appreciated my friendship with him because I didn't feel like I had to do anything super interesting to be around him. Like, I could just be boring and lazy, and he was lazy with me.
We would always go to the movies together, and one of my favorite memories was going to see Tammy, except for we both sat down, and I turned to Andrew, I was like, so like, what's this movie even about? I haven't even seen a coming attraction for it. And he was like, I have no idea. So we're both sitting there like, not knowing what's gonna come on the screen at all, but it just really characterizes how spontaneous and exciting and how like very easygoing and go with the flow he was. It was always very easy to hang out with him. It was never like a hassle at all. You know, he would just text you like, hey, what are you doing right now? I'm gonna come pick you up. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. It was very easy with him. Like everything was just very easygoing and calm and relaxed and fun and like laid back. Like there was no worries when you were with Andrew.
My senior year, I didn't have a prom date and I was freaking out and I didn't know what to do. And I was talking to my friend and she was like, hold on, I'll ask Andrew. And then she asked Andrew and Andrew was like, yeah, I can't leave my pal Ash out in the blue. So he asked me like in a really like simple but like unique way. But after class, I was walking and I was texting, obviously, and he put his arm around me and he's like, hey Ash, let's take a selfie. And I knew I really should have been like, what? But then I was like, okay. And I looked up and on the screen it said prom and I was like, yeah. So I went to prom with him and it was just a really good night. It was like, I'm really glad I got to experience like a memory I'm gonna remember like forever with him, just because he was just an awesome guy. And I just had a really fun night that night, and I don't think I would ever take, like if I had a choice, I would just always go with him.
One night, I think it was senior year, it was Steph's birthday, and the guys were all over at Dustin's house, and we went over there, and I don't know, there was some drama, and Steph and I were just like, whatever, we're gonna have fun, and everyone was like upset, but Andrew hung out with us, and we all ended up sleeping on like one couch together. It was not a big enough couch for 3 people, especially not Andrew's size. And I just like, thinking of that, I felt like at every party, I always ended up sharing a very small space with Andrew. Like there was homecoming senior year, Andrew, Glenn and I all slept on the floor. We were complaining because we were like, why do all the drunk people always get to sleep in comfortable places? And we all shared my blanket that I brought, and it was like big enough to cover me, and I had to share it with Andrew and Glenn, but it was fine. And then, I don't know, he just like, I feel like whenever Steph and I or like other people were just bored, we would hit him up and we would like go to the movies or do weird things. So he was just like always kind of there to do things with, which was nice.
Some of my favorite memories of Andrew are just hanging out at his house, watching movies. On my birthday 3 years ago. Wow, 3 years ago. We went to the Camden Aquarium because I love the aquarium, and so Kiana asked Tom and Andrew if they wanted to come, and of course Andrew came because that's just the type of friend he was. He was always looking out and wanting the best for his friends. So the 4 of us went to the aquarium. It just goes to show like how awesome of a friend he was to come to the aquarium for my birthday.
He always had like my mom would make beds for everyone like when we would get back from parties, and like he would always have a queen size air mattress with 2 pillows and a comforter in my front room in the corner, and that was literally just always his spot. Like he knew directly just where to go.
He always brought his little pink napkin. Like he was such a big guy, and the blanket, like I don't think so I would fit small. under it. It looked like a little napkin.
I've never
seen
that.
Are you?
You've never seen
Everywhere
it?
he went, he had this little pink napkin. Like
Like a handkerchief. You're like a big guy.
Like so little.
Can we talk about how Andrew used to fucking ball? We played basketball all the time.
Yeah, right.
He was the most athletic big man ever.
Nah, but honestly though,
honestly.
that dude could ball. You know what I mean? He had a nice step back jumper. Played like Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, Andrew balls the fuck out.
I mean,
Alright, speaking of basketball, I know it's like, we played in this men's league last spring of 2015, and fucking Andrew was on our team. He played, and one time like he got a couple fouls, and like he was started freaking out. He was like, "We play dirty. We play dirty."
It's because the girls on
Oh yeah, the other girls were talking shit.
There's the other team.
The other
had
team's
some
girlfriends,
fans.
right?
They're like their girlfriends, and they
We're
were
talking
like,
shit to us.
They were like, "Oh, they're playing so dirty. They're playing so dirty."
And we were
was
fucking
like, "Yep, we play dirty."
I've never seen Andrew like that in like a public scene like that. He was like, "We play dirty."
I've known Andrew since, well, I like met and became friends with him in 8th grade. We became friends because he wanted to run for the freshman class president, and he had never been in student council before. And I think we were in Spanish together, and I wrote his whole speech, his whole like presidential speech that he was going to give in front of the whole like class, and like what everyone was going to base their vote on. And I wrote the whole thing, and I don't even think he even read it. Like, I think he just like took it and he read it, and then he won and beat 2 of the girls that probably should have won, but he won anyway.
You want to talk about the coolest thing Andrew's ever done? 8th grade. Andrew was running for freshman class president.
Cool.
And it was in front of the entire 8th grade class. And we're all in the auditorium, listening to all these people speak. The first 3 people get up, and they're alright. And I mean, they're talking about, I want to get people to help us do our homework. I want to help people to help with this and that. And they really had the best platforms. But they weren't Andrew. They get off stage, Andrew steps up, people stand up out of their seats, start clapping, Andrew, Andrew, and we're all fucking cheering for Andrew. He says like 3 words, he's like, I'm running for president, and well, I'm probably gonna go as a class pet, maybe I'll bring us out some football games. Thanks everyone. And everyone was like, Andrew, Andrew.
Shannon totally wrote a speech and he just said it and everyone fucking loved it. Does that say something? I think that says something.
He was just a fucking man. Andrew was the fucking man. You know what I mean? Like, he was just such a cool guy.
Alright.
When it was like fucking sophomore year and we were camping out. And like, we were camping out in the fucking cornfield. Were you fucking there?
No, but the safety video is
Yeah,
fucking hilarious.
That's where they came from.
It was right behind our friend Jenny's house, and we found this like cornfield, and we thought like it was completely abandoned and we could use it. But it turns out like this, we were fucking there at like fucking probably like 12 at night. We had like a fire going and shit, and then these fucking people roll up on us with paintball guns and shit, and they try to shoot us and stuff, and then I ended up getting shot like 5 times, but it was just a funny ass time. Andrew was like, alright, I'll put on a fucking safety dance video, fucking all jam out and shit.
You ever see that video? That shit's funny. It's fucking
Yeah.
shoves Ethan. You ever see the way he's skipping like to do like big ass Andrew?
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance. And if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I say we can go where we want to. A place where they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world. Leave the real one far behind. And we can dance.
We can dance.
I was here. We can dance, everything's out of control. We can dance, the dawn is beautiful. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking the chance. Save the dance, oh, let's save the dance. Yes, save the dance. We can dance if we want to. We've got all your life in mind. As long as we have protect and have a lot of protect, everything will work out right. I say we can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Because your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I say we can dance, everything's under control. We can dance, doing it from pole to pole. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking a chance. Come on, it's safe to dance, it's safe to dance. Come on, it's safe to dance.
We're pushing fire.
But can I put this on the record that it is, what's the date?
November 28th.
It's November 28th. We're at Jess Riley's house. Out of nowhere, some random fucking dude shows up at the house with 2 Godfather pizzas paid for to this address.
That everyone just so happens to be hanging out at this night. That's some
This
weird
particular
shit.
night, Andrew's favorite pizza. I love that pizza. It's a great pizza.
That
Good
is
choice,
weird as
Andrew.
fuck. I don't understand why we turned it away.
Well, yeah, I don't understand that, and I don't understand why it even got here in the first place, and what the fuck happened to it after. Because that's crazy.
You guys are fuck boys for that.
I didn't say go turn it away. I was downstairs.
You're the man of the house.
But what? All right, if you had
That's
to,
his dad's man.
if you were gonna be paid $100 for the best reason why that happened, why? What's your explanation?
I don't have one.
Someone else ordered one
I really don't.
to this exact address and paid for it. 2 Godfather pizzas. No one buys 2 large Godfather pizzas.
Except for Andrew.
That like feeds the perfect amount of people here for the Godfather pizza.
Yeah.
Andrew's character, Andrew was someone that everyone could rely on. He was everyone's person, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, despite like whoever anyone was, there was nobody that Andrew would turn down or like just say anything to, regardless of whatever.
So you go through high school and you deal with all this drama and all this bullshit. Andrew's always like the person that just saw past everything.
He's just like a
He just
really
knew.
good mediator. Like whenever he knew I or anyone had an issue with anyone, he would literally like corner us and be like, "You're being stupid. Like, what are you doing? Who cares?" And
He
kind
just
of,
wanted
like
everyone to love each other.
Yeah.
Like no matter what happened, it was like if he was around, like everyone just had to love each other.
Like everyone kind of knows that there was like problems like within our grade, like, and he would always just be like, "You guys need to get along."
His character was just very like he just had a way with everyone. Like he would just be able to sit down and actually listen to you. Andrew very much valued his girlfriends as much as he did his guy friends. Like he just had a very comforting aura. Like you would just be talking to him and like you would just feel like he was like a homie. Like there's no other way of describing it. Like he was just very down to earth, very cool dude, and like they're extremely hard to come by. He was an extremely hard to come by type of individual.
He just he cared about everyone like so individually, like not as just as a group of girls. Like he cared about each and every person, and he made you know. It wasn't like you knew that he loved everyone.
He's just a great person. Like he was like really one of a kind. He like I said before, he just he was crazily one of a kind. Like he actually cared about people.
He was that one person in a friend group that was friends with every single person. So like it was crazy how many close friendships he had with people. He was always making someone laugh. He was always like cracking a joke. I think everyone agrees that the one thing when we think of Andrew is his laugh, because it was just so unique and so like goofy. Like even if you didn't think your joke was funny, his laugh made you laugh.
Got me for my graduation party this bracelet that I wear, and it's like the colada for like the colada symbol with the heart. And I don't know, I feel like that represented just like the kind of person that he was. Like the little card, it's Alex and Ani. The little card that comes with it is like caring and loving and like protection, and I don't know, I just feel like he was like that to everyone.
Andrew was the least judgmental person I've ever met in my life. We had a conversation after he was going through some stuff, and he said to me that I was never one to judge him, and I don't think there are many people that judged him, because he never judged anyone. He was humble, and no matter the way someone acted or the way all these people, our friend group is immensely big, no matter how many people would dislike one person, it didn't matter to him. He was the most open-minded, and like he welcomed everyone with open arms, and that's why like everyone considered him their best friend.
One thing about Andrew's character that never really stood out to me so much in high school as it did after was that he was very considerate, and one thing that like really showed this to me was last year. I was having a hard time. I know he was, because he had gone through a lot of stuff, and we had been texting, and he just gave me all this advice on how to handle not enjoying Auburn and like how to get through it, and I know he was probably going through more than I was going through, and like he didn't like think for a second to not help me out, even if we like hadn't talked for a while. So I just really admire that about him.
I would say thank you for literally being just like one of my best friends throughout the whole like so many years. Just constantly you would text me like thank you for like there were so many times you just said come over, let's watch movies, or I would be like I'm so stressed about this test, and he would just text me telling me like it really doesn't matter, it's just a test, like you're still gonna pass the class. Like just like thank you for being like literally one of my best friends.
Thank you for just being there and just being present. You'll always like be around. Like I know you're like up there protecting all of us and like laughing at all the stupid things we're doing. And I know you're smiling down on us because, I don't know, you just always are smiling. We all miss you terribly, and I don't think we will ever get over that. And I can't wait to get the hug you owe me, because you do owe me one, and we all love you.
I would just say thank you for, like molding all of us really into the people we are today. All of your friends. You're very much, everyone just get along. There's no reason not to get along, and you're a lot further advanced for your time. Like, high schoolers are always gonna have drama and always gonna be talking behind each other's backs and have these cliques, and you were always like, why? Like why even have that? And it took a lot of us, and still a lot of us have to learn that, me myself included, to love as much as you did.
You're the fucking man, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know what to say, because there's not much I can say or describe or explain in words in a video.
Yeah. I don't really want to close it out.
Yeah, because I think about you all the time, so official closure isn't a thing, especially with me talking through a video. Or when I think about you, because I feel like I'm always going to think about you, and you're always going to be there for me, so I want you to know that, at least. I hope we have that connection.
Yeah, we're having beers later in the future.
And then, like, maybe hopefully once we do our thing, like, maybe I'll see you again. I hope the Jewish heaven is not different from my heaven, you Jew.
I would say thank you for not judging me after all that you probably know about me and about all of our friends. We've all, been in certain places and done certain things that we've all judged each other for, but you were the last person to judge us. Thank you for bringing us all together. We all had our differences, and we all, you know, may not have been the one cohesive group we should have always been. And now that you're gone, it is sad that it's now that we're all like that, but I hope that you're proud of us for it. And like, we are very, like, there is no one else in the world that we would want to do this for. And we love you.
Andrew pretty much, like, he sculpted everyone in a way that, like, everyone saw the potential that they had. Like, Andrew, like, he obviously, he wasn't the most motivated to do schoolwork, and he had, like, low grades and high hopes, as he said. But, I mean, he still motivated everyone else. Like, we would be sitting around in high school, all of us trying to write papers. Tom stormed home that one day. We were upstairs in Andrew's house, and Andrew's just like, what a retard.
It was so funny.
He's just like, he's always there to like encourage people to do what they want and to make sure that everyone's on the right track. We're always assuring that everyone else is doing well before he checks on himself to even make sure that he's doing well.
Andrew was like the truest person to himself. Like, he would never compromise who he was for anything.
His integrity.
He always had like that character that represented him, that everyone remembered,
He's always
shine
humble
through everything. And that's like what really touches me when I think about Andrew, is like how he was able to compose himself after everything that he went through, which was like really beautiful. You know what I mean?
You guys are done.